Here we go, 2024 Bowman Draft Baseball, full 8-box Hobby Jumbo case break. This is Pick Your Team number 3. We got more Hobby Jumbo on the website and HTA Choice. Use that discount code Bowman11, Bowman11 at checkout to save 11% on all 2024 Bowman Draft Baseball breaks. No paper in this, no paper, no paper, no paper, no base paper. All the autographs, numbered cards. Autographs, numbered cards, chrome cards, all that good stuff goes. Just none of the base paper, as always. With Bowman Draft, no paper, no paper, no paper. You know, I think it's like before. I don't know what the odds are right now. Check the odds. I just think that 3 weeks ago or so, I said it was basically like there's just no way Genty's getting it. Like Travis Hunter had it on lock. I just don't think it's as much of a lock as it was, say 3 weeks ago. I honestly think Genty should get it. The more that the season has went on, and you're talking about giving the Heisman to a guy that's not on a team that played for a conference championship, for a guy, and again, I like Travis Hunter too, so it's tough for me to say all this because I like Travis Hunter. Morales to 125 for the Dodgers. Still a blowout. Really? Oh my God. See, that's crazy. There might be some value to Genty there. I just think when you look at it like this, you got a guy that's not playing for a conference championship. He's not in the playoffs. You got a guy here that is doing things that are unheard of, and this is typically, and Travis is doing things that are unheard of too. When you talk about playing both ways and everything, but Genty, the amount of yards that he's racking up, like he had last I looked on the Boise State game, he had like 180 something. I don't know if he got any more carries after that, but he's. I just don't think shouldn't be that big of a landslide. Base autograph, Pittsburgh. Yeah, I guess you're right with LSU. But I'm just saying, like, you look at it, and that's not the point of the Heisman. That's not the point of the Heisman. He ended with 209. Jeez, man. Red paper. Johnny King for the Blue Jays, 1 out of 5. Blue Jays going out to Roy P. Red paper. Like I said, I know that's not the point of it, but nonetheless, you got a guy that's been able to get his team in a position for not only a conference championship here, but now a first-round bye in the playoffs. He has some crazy different records that he's hit. It's just hard. I like Travis Hunter. I like the aspect of a two-way player, Blake Wright to 125 for the Rockies. Two-way player that really is great on both sides of the ball. But he really is great on both sides of the ball. But I just feel like Genty has just been more spectacular and more I don't know. I think Travis Hunter's going to win it. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the way that it's gone now, where it's like Travis Hunter's the clear winner, and I don't think it should be that much of a landslide. I really don't. Refractor autograph for the D-backs, $4.99. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. It's like that's what's the wow factor to him is the way that he's able to operate on both sides of the ball, all of these snaps. So I get it. I get it. And it's not like I'm saying I don't think that he should get it either. I just think that I don't think it's that much of a landslide. Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like Genty would clearly be the winner. Variation, Montgomery for the Bo Sox. No. I actually like Travis Hunter, and I like that a two-way player like that is going to win it because you just don't see that. It's just unfortunate for Genty because he's had a phenomenal year that he'd probably win the Heisman. You look at the past 10 years without me actually looking down through it and combing through it, but you look at the past 10 years and he probably wins it. D-backs to 125 every year out of the past 10 years. But with Travis Hunter performing like he is, two-way player, plus like you think of the social media exposure that Travis Hunter has versus Genty, right? Holman, base auto for the Reds. You know, obviously it's not a popularity contest, but that stuff plays a factor in it, you know? He does his own, you know, he does those vlogs and everything. It's just, I just don't think Genty stands a chance in the end. I think he should, but, you know, understanding how everything works, I don't think he stands a chance, and I think that's why the odds are the way they are. But again, I don't think it should be that way, but understanding the way it is, yeah, he's got it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't they? They should do it all the way at the end of the year. Wait until everything's over, and then you announce the Heisman winner. That's part of the season. Playoffs is part of the season. Oh, I mean, just saying. Just in general, it would be better. It would probably end up hurting Genty though this year with, you know, I don't think they probably lose first round or, you know, or second round, you know, first game they probably lose, unfortunately, but so it probably hurt them this year, but I think in general they should do it at the end. Yeah. It's an interesting one. It is unfortunate for Genty because he is so good. Like, the dude, it gets 150 yards rushing a game like it's nothing. 200 yards rushing is like, dude gets a game ball and everything else. It's like, that's like every other freaking weekend, 200 yards rushing. All right, first box, not good. We had that variation, but I do not recall. Gage Miller to 250 purple autograph for the Marlins. I knew you were getting there. Celestin to 10 on a, what is this? Is this the rose gold? 5 out of 10, Seattle. My OY. Low numbered. There we go. I don't think Tennessee wins it. I think there's some teams that get in that, like, there's just no way they win it. Big 12 champion, I believe it's going to be Arizona State. They can't win it. Like, obviously every team can win it, but I just, like, you look at the other teams and you just feel like there's no way they're going to get past. Yeah, so I feel like Arizona State or Iowa State for that matter, but I think it's going to be Arizona State. Veen $4.99 sky blue paper. Rockies. Big 12 champion ain't going to win it. Boise State can't win it. SMU/Clemson. I think SMU gets in. Can't win it. I don't think Tennessee can win it. Chase Burns. Base autograph for the Reds. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Brad. Unbelievable, Brad. Brad been buying in, getting the Reds. I just can't pull Brad any good cards. First case you don't grab them there. Steph Man grabs them. Chase Burns, second overall pick. Alabama gets in. I don't think they can win it. I don't think they win it. You called it too, Brad. Well, I went 3-0 today, okay? D-backs to 99 green grass. I feel good about the slate tomorrow as well. I felt really good about the slate today. I think all favorites win except for Army. I think Army's the only underdog that's going to win. Blue Wave for the Blue Jays, 2 out of 150 auto. I think Army's the only underdog that's going to win this conference championship. Rich Rod, Jack State. Killed them by 40. Army takes care of Tulane. I don't know how Tulane was ever favored to win that matchup. Like, seriously, that was crazy. Boise State covers. UNLV really didn't even have a shot. I mean, it was only, they won by 14, but it was like, it just felt like they never had a shot. All for the Blue Jays. Sweet. 20th overall. Heck yeah. Okay. I think Texas. I know Georgia. I know, and it's weird too to see that Texas is 3-point favorite over Georgia here after Georgia beat them by 15. Honestly, I thought Georgia was going to be the favorite, so but I still think, regardless of where I think the line should be, I think Texas wins. Crazy, but I think Texas wins. I think Arizona State wins. It is hard to go against Rocco and Iowa State, but they've just been hanging on by a thread. I guess Arizona State too, but $4.99 for the Athletic Sky Blue paper. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. Yeah. But I just think, yeah. I think SMU takes care of business against Clemson. I think Clemson's pretty good. I think it is. I think that one's going to be a pretty darn good game. I just think, I don't know. I just think Clemson's hot this year, or SMU's hot this year. I think it's just SMU's year here. SMU's year here to win. And it's not like it's this SMU team like where it's like they got some crazy, like a good portion of that SMU team came from Miami. Imagine if that didn't happen and a bunch of those boys were still on Miami. Miami would be a whole hell of a lot better off. Give me SMU there. Burkholder for the Phillies, base autograph. Yeah, definitely got Oregon. That's crazy, though. I think throughout all the championship games here, the only underdog that I like was Army. That was the only underdog that I like. Give me Army. Everybody else. Oregon, Texas, Arizona State, SMU, Louisiana over Marshall. Is that everyone? Is there another one I'm not thinking of? Wentworth to 199, Blue Jays. Casey Cook, Texas, purple auto, true purple, 126 out of 250. Taj Pete to 150, blue paper, Seattle. That's cool. I think they do. I think that one's going to be another good matchup. I think the line moved a little bit towards the Iowa State side. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think Iowa State probably has the slightly better roster. Starters, that is. But I just think Arizona State's rolling. Number 200, Seattle, Speckle. I don't know. I think Scatabo is going to just run for his life. And I think Arizona State comes through the wieners. Tyson Lewis, base autograph for the Reds. I think they get the job done. I think Arizona State. That one is a close one. That one is a pretty close one. How close do you think the Oregon Penn State game is going to be? I think Oregon probably wins by 2 touchdowns. I think Oregon is rolling. I think Penn State is a very good football team. I do not trust James Franklin. I just don't. I think Penn State gets a little bit embarrassed in this game. That's what my vibe is on it. My vibe for the Big Ten championship is Penn State gets a little embarrassed. I'm not saying Oregon beats them by 40, but I just feel like they're going to do them dirty a little bit. Very slim. Very slim, 0.0001. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could see it going either way for the Big 12. I mean, it's that one's like so close. I do think Iowa State has the better starters. I just think in the end, Arizona State's just going to be able to do what they've done all year and run the ball. And Iowa State has won a lot of close games this year, so I guess you could look at it two ways. They're used to winning close games, or the time's finally up where they can't do it. Yeah, right, Chris? Oop. Yeah, I just don't think James Franklin can get it done here. Who would, so if Penn State loses, who would they likely face, do you think, in the playoffs? Radney to 199, D-backs. Probably the 8 seed if they lose. White Sox to 99 green paper. Oh, that would be, yeah, I think so, right? Probably. I think I've seen some projections like that. Yeah, probably, huh? I don't know if they get out of that one, especially after losing the conference championship. And then you got to face a team like Tennessee that doesn't have to play in the conference championship and have to exert all that energy and emotion. Yeah, I don't like that for Penn State. If they lose, I say they lose in the first round. Montgomery to 499, refractor auto, Braves. It's going to be very tough to lose a conference championship. There's what two teams that are like they lose and they're probably still in, right? And it's going to be very difficult. You lose. And you lose in the conference championship and then win round one of the playoffs, especially if you go up against another team that didn't have to play in a conference championship. Speckle to 200 Yankees. Well, yeah, there's no doubt about that. I do agree with that. But I don't know. So how Oregon wins? How would that bracket look like on their side? Who would they? What two teams would they like? Potentially face there in the second round. Oregon, if Oregon beats Penn State here, Big Ten championship. Sterling base autograph Pittsburgh. Yeah, I feel like I definitely agree with you. Like, it's very difficult to go 16-0, but I mean, I don't know. They're undefeated right now for a reason. I get with what you're saying, though, no doubt about it, but I don't know. To me, the records don't even matter. Once you're in the playoffs, the records don't matter. I'm thinking, what have you done recently? And that's really what matters. The 8-9 game. So, all right. So let's just, yeah, that would be crazy. So let's say they win. Penn State would lose to Tennessee. I just feel that way. $4.99 Lombard Jr. So Oregon, Tennessee. don't see Tennessee getting past them. Red to 250 purple for the Reds. Base autograph, Christian Moore for the Angels. All right, we're already halfway, boys and girls. That was crazy. 4 down, 4 to go. Got through those pretty darn quick. Yeah, I don't see Indiana. I don't see, yeah, if that's the case, I don't see Indiana beating Tennessee. Interesting. Yep, we got, you know, not a whole lot of football still to go, but enough football to say we don't really know how the bracket's all going to shape out. Christian Moore, 8th overall pick for the Angels. Oh, there goes the stink bug. He's on my light now. Yep, he flew down. He's trying to get closer to me. I really wish Army could get in somehow. I really wish. Base autograph here, Culpepper for the Twins. Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I would 1,000,000% agree. I just think 1-loss season, conference champions, ranked, you know? Plus it's Army, you know? It's not like it's Rice or something. It's the Army. The United States Army. $4.99 for the Braves, sky blue paper. It'd just be cool. But I think they would get absolutely demolished. Unless somehow they get matched up with, like, I don't know. Trying to think of somebody that they could potentially get past. Cardinals to 100 steal. I don't know, maybe Indiana, maybe. Or yeah, Army, Boise State. Ooh, the Tigers, 5/10, 72 overall. Look at this, black auto, 5/10. Detroit, new guy, Jared P. There you go, Jared. New guy getting a hit, baby. He's waiting around for a nice hit. It'd still be fun. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to say, oh, now we need, more bigger playoffs, so that kind of stuff doesn't happen. It does stink, though, whenever you look at it, though. Like on paper, it's just like, well, this team only lost one conference champion, and these teams that aren't conference champion with 3 losses are going to get it. It is weird, but I get it. If they didn't play Notre Dame, do you think O'Farrell for the Orioles to 199? They don't play Notre Dame, okay? So you don't have that vision of them getting absolutely whooped, right? Do you think they'd have a shot? Probably not still. I don't know. I feel like they'd probably have a shot. But after seeing them get whooped by Notre Dame, everyone's like, okay, they're definitely not getting in no matter what. And then how would that affect the Army-Navy game, too? Yeah, they go undefeated. Well, even with a one loss, but they lost to West Virginia. They lost to West Virginia in a close game. Or they lose to Notre Dame, but it's a lot closer than what happened. Cam Smith to 125 Cubs. Interesting. Are all the bowl games set? I saw Cole Mathis, the 250 class of 2024 insert autograph. Cubs is Ethan. Is it final the bowl games, or was that just I saw on ESPN they have like a bowl game thing. I didn't know if that was like somebody's like projections or if that was like set in stone, because I saw West Virginia versus Memphis. We're gonna lose to freaking Memphis, dude, in the bowl. It's gonna be terrible. Yeah, right. It's awesome to see one of those military teams doing so well. Pretty fun. And for, as much as they run and everything, it's pretty fun offense to watch. It's literally like a high school offense. You have that one player that's like really good, so you make him just go in at quarterback and run the ball 30 times a game. There's this team in Pennsylvania, it's Fort Cherry. They're a single A football team, but they've won not the state championship, but the WPIAL championship 2 years in a row. They got this Matt Sig, Matt Seig, S-E-I-G or S-I-E-G. And he's clearly the best player on the field whenever he plays. I think he's trying to go to college for like safety or something though, but he plays quarterback, and then that's all they do is just direct snap to him, and he takes off behind 3 freaking blockers, and it's like a high school offense, but now bowl games won't be announced. Okay, so that was just okay. I thought so. I thought that was just like somebody's projections or something, on ESPN. Because I was going to be like, oh, I do not want to lose to Memphis. I said Jack State won by 40 today in their conference championship. Give me Rich Rod. As soon as that happened, I said, give me Rich Rod right now. Give me Rich Rod. I'm sorry, but I like Rich Rod. I liked him at West Virginia. Obviously, he left. I saw this thing that said, so Rich Rod's last game for West Virginia was that disgusting, dreaded, don't even want to think about it, backyard brawl loss whenever West Virginia was number 2 in the country. His, if he becomes the coach, Lindsey base autograph for the Dodgers. if he becomes a coach, West Virginia, his first game back, which I didn't verify this with the schedule for next year, so just saying, so this could be wrong, but they said his first game back as a West Virginia head coach, obviously, if that were to be the case, Pitt. And if that's the case, dude, I'd give me West Virginia by 1 million. Even though I guess at that point, Holstein would probably be good to go. Do you think Holstein staying with Pitt? I feel like he's got to have a lot of people wanting him. I mean, he was at Alabama, so he's good enough to be at Alabama. He's good enough to be Saban wanting him. And then Auger to 99 for the Dodgers. He's got to have a lot of interest from teams. I just don't know. I don't know if you transfer out of Pitt, you know, obviously he gets hurt and whatever, and it seems like he's well liked there and everything. I just feel like he's a baller, dude. I really don't want to face him. I think he's really good. Vargas to 499 sky blue paper for Texas. I think he is really good. Oh, so why would somebody say that? It's the internet, Chris. Darn it, that would have been a cool little story. Gold, J.D. Dix, 1 out of 50 for the D-backs, first rounder, 35th overall. Gold, D-backs going out to Michael L.
I love gold.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see there being a reason to leave, but I just feel like there's got to be a lot of interest in him. If he were to hit the portal, he's going like super big school. I just really feel that way. He played so well for Pitt. The only reason why Pitt was doing well, as soon as he goes down, Pitt was absolute trash. There's no denying that. What do you think about Belichick? Christian Moore variation, Angels. College team variation. I think he's Angels. Guess who WVU opens with in 2026? Is it Alabama? Is it Alabama? Solace to 150 blue refractor. I just figured because, you know, what was it, like 2 years ago or something, whenever we had to open, it wasn't 2 years ago, it was a good handful of years ago, I think, but that we opened the season up against Alabama. Snyder, base autograph for the Mets. I think we kept it close in the first half, and then they pulled away, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't know who okayed that one. Like, even if you are going to take Alabama, okay, take them at some point later on in the season, mid-season or something. Week 1? Ugh. It's a death sentence on that 2026 year. We got 2 boxes to go. Huh, maybe. Maybe. I never been. I didn't go to any West Virginia games this year. I think next year I gotta hit up one, maybe get back to the Backyard Brawl or something. This year was just no. Now that Neil Brown's out, I'm back in. I'm back in it, boys. I'm freaking back in. I was #1 Neil Brown hater. I just, his play calling. It hasn't been so bad the past 2 years, but the first 4 years of him at West Virginia, oh God. The play calling, the no balls, the conservativeness, the terrible defense. Joseph to 150, blue paper, the lack of a passing game. Clifford to 200 for the Mets. I am so freaking happy, dude. Again, I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm sure he's a great human being, a great friend, a great mentor. But I don't want him to be the head football coach at West Virginia. Thank God. Just gonna use that tissue, but guess I'll use my sleeve. Nose is still running a little bit. Actually, it hasn't really been running at all until just now. I've been like coughing up nasty stuff past, well, several days, but now I feel better. The only thing is yeah, I'm like coughing up shit, still trying to get through that. It's like too much mucus still. D-back space auto. Should be good here, hopefully pretty soon, but it's been basically a whole week now, because I think, Friday is whenever I started not feeling good. Saturday I was down and out all day. Purple to 250 for the White Sox. And then basically after that, it was felt pretty much fine, just mucus. Yeah, unfortunately, Holgerson, no. And I actually like Holgerson a lot. I think that the first year or two of got a Ryan Johnson, a 499 refractor autograph for the Angels. First year or two of Neil Brown, I was like, bring back Holgerson, give me Dana. I think Dana fit the mold of how West Virginia people like West Virginia to be run. High-powered offense, speed, score points. We obviously care about defense, but we put more emphasis on the offense. That's clear. But speed, high tempo, offense. Go for it on fourth downs. Trick plays. Celestin to 499 sky blue paper. I think Holgerson fits more of the mold of what West Virginia fans want to see out of their team. But I think him ditching us there, it just felt like weird timing. Him ditching us to go to Houston, and then last year at Houston, we were beating them. Brock Wilken to 250 for the Brewers insert. And they had that Hail Mary pass to score on us. It's just, people would be pissed. It won't happen. Yeah, and it's crazy. Imagine if Rich Rod would have just stayed at West Virginia. Yeah, I saw that he went there as, and this is probably all along their plan, but he was Montgomery to 75 yellow for the Braves. He was what do they call him first? Offensive consultant or something like that. You know what I mean? They called him something like that, and I was like, that's weird. The dude was a head coach, dude was head coach at West Virginia not too long. It just seemed like it was like his career was like going downhill, but I was like, there's something up. There's no way that's going to happen. They're either like grooming him to be the OC or grooming him to be the head coach or something. Analyst, yeah, he was an analyst. That's what it was. White Sox, yeah. But yeah, Dana. I actually really liked him at West Virginia, and we had some not so great seasons with him, and I never felt like that towards him as I do with Neil Brown. And we had some bad seasons with him. Not everything was great, but it doesn't have to be everything needs to be great for me. But you gotta give me a little bit of something. We can't not ever beat a top 25 team. We can't never be ranked in the top 25. You gotta give me something. But I was a Neil Brown hater from the jump though, because that first year he was so conservative. Oh, I hated it. Where do you think he goes? I think he's got a. I think people were saying about that UMass. I don't know much about UMass or whatever, kind of, but it seems like, you know, he played there. I think they need a coach. He'd still be a D1 head coach. That'd be probably a good move for him. I don't know. Last box in this break, boys. Last box in this break. We're back live tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern, over here on YouTube. Like, I don't wish, you know, poorly on the dude. I just have wished for 6 years he wasn't the West Virginia head coach. Ramirez, $4.99 Marlins, sky blue paper. Max Clark, $1.99 Tigers. I hope he goes somewhere that and does well and all that kind of stuff. But man, I am so happy he's gone. Hired the Rutgers DC. Oh, okay. So that's not in the cards. Unless he goes there and it's like, oh God, I was going to call him offensive coordinator. What was he before he became a head coach? Do you know? Was he offensive coordinator somewhere, defensive coordinator? If he was offensive coordinator, my God. I think he was. I don't know. Ugh. Neil Brown. What a terrible, terrible, terrible part in West Virginia history. So many good coaches before him. So many coaches. So many wins. This is a weird one. It's like, almost looks freaking fake. It's kind of like darker. No, we haven't. Oh my gosh. Yeah, right. UMass. Like, how are you ever going to turn UMass around? So many awesome, legendary. Will live on in West Virginia folklore forever. And then Neil Brown. Ugh. Aiden Miller to 250. What's his face? I forget what his name is now. That AD back then, he deserved to be freaking fired. Base autograph, Ryan Salone for the Mariners. Base. blue paper. Bo Sox to 150. Salone. Salone's your dude. Ryan Johnson to 75. 3 milli. Brewers to end it. 21 out of 150. The Brew Crew. Michael L. And there you have it. 2024 Bowman Draft Hobby Jumbo case break number 3. We have more Hobby Jumbo on the website as well as HTA Choice. Fellas, use that discount code Bowman11 at checkout to save 11% on all 2024 Bowman Draft baseball breaks. I'm going to get a recap going here for you guys. This will do it for me tonight. I do have to get up early tomorrow morning. My son's first ever wrestling match tomorrow. We got to be there at, what was it, 8 o'clock? We got to leave at 7:30, be there at 8 o'clock, something like that. So, I got to get a little bit of sleep here before we got to get up. Probably get up at like 6:30. Hopefully he wins. He's got 2 matches tomorrow. 2 matches. Not a tournament, just 2 matches. If he goes 2-0, we're going to Chuck E. Cheese. Hopefully he wins at least 1 though. I will be, not like, I'll probably be more upset than he is if he goes 0-2, because he's the type where he'll be like, well, I lost, but I scored some points. Like, he, you know what I mean? He's like that. But I just feel like, you know, it's that dad, you know? You don't want him to feel bad losing and feeling embarrassed or something, you know? I'll probably feel more bad for him than he actually feels for himself, but nonetheless. But if at least he wins 1, I know, like, that'll be great. But if he goes 2-0, we go to Chuck E. Cheese. We hitting up the Chuck E. Cheese. Dude, Chuck E. Cheese pizza is actually really good. For, like, you know, what you would think. You would think it'd be disgusting, but. Fresno State. 2024 Bowman Draft Baseball 8-box Hobby Jumbo case number 3. Appreciate you guys hopping in. Really. Apparently a lot of people are interested. Ugh. I just like the nostalgic of Rich Rod. And you know, Rich Rod, he left West Virginia and really hasn't been the same since. But I tell you what, man, he's got these Jacksonville State kids rolling. He's got some shit figured out over there. Almost feels like it would take a lot for him to leave that gig. It just seems like a really good fit for him, and seems like not many other places would probably really want him, considering his past performances at that Power 5 level. I feel like West Virginia, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. It will be interesting. And I'll give whoever it is a fair shot. Okay? But we go game 1 and I see some Neil Brown vibes. I'm out. I will immediately start talking shit. Arizona was a disaster. Michigan was a disaster. That's the thing, though. But West Virginia was awesome. Was it a scenario where he just had some guys that really, worked out perfectly? I don't know. He had, obviously, the Steve Slayton, Owen Schmidt, the Pat White, but, there was a lot of really good guys on that team. Either way, that was Bowman Draft number 3.